Hello! It's been quite a while for me. I have not been able to record a video in like 3 weeks because I was traveling and then I got sick and then I was really busy and had to catch up on a lot of things in my personal life from when I was traveling and from when I was sick because it all added up. Anyway, since the last time you've seen me, I did the arduous labor of selling all of my items to maniacs. I just sat there, mashed an A, had some Twitch streams on in the background, laid sick in bed, did that for a while. It was a nice way that I could make progress. As such, I now have 1.42 million with a 69 in there, even better. Yeah, so we're gonna need lots of money to get medals for ourselves. Speaking of which, I kinda wanna check and see if I have any new medals. I do. What is it? Is it the 10 followers? I finally freaking have the 10 followers medal. I played so many musicals on those sick days. Why am I in my bag? No, I need to go to my trainer card. I need to know how many musicals this took, because I had to play 158 of these things. It's the most I've ever even heard of that taking anybody. Usually it's 135 to 155, and this took even longer. Okay, anyway. No more delays, no more coughing, please. I've been sick 3 times this year, once with COVID. We're just gonna go north to Dragonspiral Tower, have a fun adventure. Right after we call our mom. Dragonspiral Tower? Dragonspiral Tower! Wow, you can go inside. Isn't that the place where they say the legendary Pokemon is resting? He's actually resting in my fanny pack, but you don't need to know that, Mom. We still don't know anything about it. Could Dragonspiral Tower somehow symbolize ideals? Could it somehow represent truth? So, you came here as well. It was 2 years ago. In this tower, a certain man and a certain Pokemon came face to face. This man sought the truth so he could change the world. That's right. This building rising serenely into the sky is the Dragonspiral Tower. It has towered over this land since before Unova was founded. On the highest floor, the legendary Dragon-type Pokemon was waiting for the appearance of a person seeking the truth. It was exactly how the legend said it would be. Ah, the Lightstone! If that's the case, you must be headed to the top floor. Changing the world. That's an outrageous idea, but it is possible to change yourself. As long as you seek the truth. My, that conversation sure took a serious turn. Maybe something light and sweet would help it. Maybe something light and sweet would help balance things out. Oh, you were literally giving me something. Be seeing ya. I thought he meant he was gonna go do something though, but no, anything that gets me candy, especially because I'm recording this on Halloween, you know, any kind of sweets, sounds good to me. So Dragonspiral Tower. This has been our goal for quite a while now. It was a location on the map that we could never access during our main travels, and it wasn't until N gave us direction to come here that we finally had a reason to. Finally here, feels good. Gonna go grab a Carbos over here. We'll raise the speed stat of No. I'll probably save that and give it to Harmony then. Your eyes are not deceiving you. I don't have Harmony in the Pardony because I grabbed Strutley. We need to have strength for Dragonspiral Tower. Don't bellyache about it. It's not really that bad. It's fine. So we'll go up. Enjoying this Chrono Trigger-ass music. Made that joke twice now in 2 separate Let's Plays. I don't need to make it in a 3rd one. And yeah, okay, so we can make our way through the tower a lot easier if we have strength, and I believe that there's even some items that we can only get that way. Get a red shard right off the bat. At Dragonspiral Tower and its surrounding areas, as there was grass encounters, water encounters, all sorts of things, add all that up together and we get 2 brand new encounters in this area. Sawsbuck. There's been a lot of chances to get Deerling already, so just to refresh you, it's got Sap Sipper for its ability, it uses Jump Kick, and then Horn Leech is one of the best signature moves in existence. You do that, you don't really need much else. It's just kind of reliable at what it does. Beartic. I kinda doubt that even the most devoted of Beartic fans in the world are begging for one of these now. Cupchew on the Precipice of Evolution was one of our long past encounters now, so I can't really blow your mind by telling you that it's got some great moves, but is gimped by a bad type and bad speed. So instead, let's go over how it learns Cut, Surf, Strength, and Waterfall. That's the real reason to catch one. Oh, but you'll only find it in winter, so you might need to play around with the clock a little bit. Hopping all over reminds me a lot of solving those Twin Tower, God, that's a terrible thing to say. Tin Tower puzzles when I was a kid. Okay. There's a protein back there that I'd like to give to you. No to lasagna, no to Pignotti. None of our team can even use this protein anymore. I might hold on to it to make EV training other Pokemon easier, because if we're gonna be getting lots of different medals, we're going to need them. Dragonspiral Tower is a little weird. I popped another repel there out of habit though, but there's actually no encounters in this place. Whoa, what is this? Lustrous Orb! Grizzy, yeah, that's Adamant Orb up there. All three of the orbs were Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. I welcome it because they are normally obtainable as long as you have access to Dream Radar, but sheesh. The other thing about this place is that it's one of those bizarre areas where even though it's ancient ruins and has no artificial lighting, logically, much like the Relic Castle, it still counts as bright in spite of all that, so your Dusk Balls are not going to get their bonus effect in here, and I would advise not trying them out. I'm gonna not renew my repel right there just to prove a point. It's a very anime thing to do. Very dramatic, you know? All for the sake of proving my ideals to you. Max Revive! I've been wanting to, I gotta go back. I've been wanting to use my Max Revives a little bit more, so I've said before that I don't feel right using them in battles against trainers because they can't possibly use them against you. But I think there is a very valid use for it. Against legendary Pokemon, whenever they get just a random critical and they beat your one Pokemon that's able to stand up to any of their attacks, that's a good time to use a Max that I think is fair. This TM is too little too late. I have had Dragon Claw on our dragon for so freaking long. Can anyone else even learn this? I was kind of thinking maybe Strutley would be able to, because every now and again they'll do that where they'll just give a bird with talons some kind of move like that, but nope, nothing. Okay, the famous Burn Baby Burn Room. I remember that. It's so stupid that that line is in this room, but I remember it so fondly. Comet Shard will be worth a lot of money to that guy in town. All right, up the translucent stairway to heaven. We want to save. Sorry, that was the burritos I had. The Lightstone, it's trembling inside the bag. Take the Lightstone out of the bag. No! Oh. It shoved me backwards. I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't that. Take it out of the bag. Get out of the bag, Reshi! The Lightstone draws in the aura of the surroundings and converts it into a powerful force, which is now being released. Goosebumps, man. More accurately, we want to save now. Just in case. Here we are. Reshiram is the reliable fire dragon type. Both types are resisted by few Pokemon, giving it good damage output against about every possible opponent. While special-based, Reshiram still packs a punch with 120 attack and has a surprisingly diverse move pool, containing even rock moves for especially good added coverage. It could also choose to have Draco Meteor as a nuke with physical moves elsewhere. Reshiram has 2 signature moves. One is the Fusion Flare that Kyurem took from it, but the other is a wholly unique Blue Flare. This move is pure desolation. A 130 power, 85% accurate special fire type move with a 20% chance to burn. That thing is better Fire Blast. And it's the main thing that sets it apart from Kyurem. Though as sad as it is to say, it must get to level 100 to master this move. And Reshiram also happens to be banned in battle facilities, so it might just not be all that worth it to train up that high to get access to that versus other fire types, or White Kyurem if you don't care about battle facilities. While that damage can get unreal, it's all it really succeeds at, and White Kyurem just outclasses it at that job. A 9.9 among 10 out of 10s if ever there was one. In the opposite version, Zekrom! With 2 types that complement each other offensively and a beast of 150 attack, Zekrom is the ender of battles before they even start. Dragon Claw and Outrage are staples of its moveset, but beyond that, this is basically the only electric type Pokemon that is not gimped by lack of physical moves. Just like with Reshiram, we got Fusion Bolt, which is physical, and then we also have our level 100 move, Bolt Strike. 130 power, 85% accuracy, electric, somehow physical even though you're striking them with lightning, and a 20% paralysis chance. I consider Zekrom to be stronger than its Kyurem counterpart. It doesn't have such poor resistances, and it can make better use of its attack stat thanks to that signature move, even if it's just a tad strong. The only real downside I can name is Terravolt bordering on being a useless ability. At least with Reshiram, Turbo Blaze can deal with annoying abilities like Flash Fire. Zekrom can hit a Shedinja now? Yeah, regardless, this is a minor nitpick, and Zekrom is a threat to keep on your radar. So I have not done any attacking yet. You already know why. You can totally quick ball this. Its catch rate is 50. You're gonna have no trouble catching this whatsoever. I just sent out Lasagna so it could stare it down and look all badass and be like, "Rawr, you better get in that ball after what you did to me." Yep, done. Easily quick ballable. Both Reshiram and Zekrom are shiny locked. Here's what they would look like if they were capable of being shiny. They have never gone back on this decision even to this day. Wholly unobtainable Pokemon that aren't even canon. The Vast White Pokemon, Dragon Fire type. This legendary Pokemon can scorch the world with fire. It helps those who want to build a world of truth. No need to nickname you. Reshiram has recognized you as the new hero. That's right, as a trainer with all will, strong enough to change the world. I have something to tell you. Go to the giant chasm. Kyurem has returned. That's what my friend has told me. Blaze, the world that you desire for Pokemon and humans, I look forward to seeing how full of love that world is. Someday, Pokemon and humans will be bound together without Pokeballs. They will simply trust and help one another. Make that kind of world. Thanks, Adam. Thanks a lot. Let's get back to town. Down to the bottom floor, I ran into a wild Golurk that's level 55. You could do a lot worse for a team member, honestly. This is pretty cool. Oh, the sun shining when you walk out of Dragonspiral Tower. That's a neat touch. I'm gonna change my clock to winter so I can get that thing up there. It's bothering me. No, I walked into the wrong house. I was gonna come in here and save. No. No, I don't want to be part of your stupid game show and win like a tiny mushroom or whatever it was. I think it was Musharna. Yeah, I was right. Wow. Oh goody, an antidote. I still say your grand prize is worse than your participation prize. You're like that game show in Paper Mario 1. Whoa, it's a freaking blizzard out here, dude. Look at this pile of snow. This is like 8 feet of snow or something like that. I don't even know if that's possible to happen in the real world. It probably is, and I'm just a very sheltered American who's never lived in anywhere where it freaking snows. I don't know, this year it was surprisingly snowy back in like January, February, and I'm not talking about fake Georgia snow, I'm talking about like real ass balls of the walls sticking to the ground snow. I don't know why I'm talking about it like it's so serious. Gosh, I don't know why I got so carried away there. So, Reshiram and Zekrom, strangely... I got an adamant Reshiram. Wow, I'm gonna check the IVs on this thing in a second, because that's just funny. Does not count as one of N's Pokemon. It has your trainer ID and everything, so I don't know why this one's so different, because he released it just like he released all his other Pokemon that count as his. You're gonna laugh. It has a 31 in attack. I got an adamant with a 31 attack IV, and it's freaking Reshiram. That's like so unlucky that it's kind of lucky. Its HP is 25. Its defense is a 0. Its special attack is a 5 while having a minus special attack nature. It has a 12 in special defense and then either a 6 or a 7 in speed. This might be the worst Reshiram of all time. This is so funny. It's just perfectly wrong. Even's got a 0 in there for good measure and a stat that it would care about. Okay, Reshiram's tail is a torch and Zekrom's is a generator. I wanted to say that at some point, but the fight was over too quickly. Here's a picture of them from overhead because I thought it actually was kind of cool when it was pointed out. Okay. We did pick up a Grizius orb, meaning our Giratina can finally transform. In its origin form, its ability goes from pressure to levitate, a fantastic change. Its defensive and offensive stats swap, which I think is only a good thing. It makes Giratina a lot more aggressive, a lot more capable to one-hit KO things, and just kind of comes into its own. We've already talked about Giratina a great deal, but I thought it would be a shame to leave it out here. Okay, well, in the frozen wasteland known as Canada, I'm gonna see you off here. We have our next goal. Next time on Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, we've been instructed to go back to Giant Chasm, as Kyurem has returned. See you guys then.